What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers review, and today we're going to take a look at the GDO Wheelie, which has to be the first time I've ever been excited to get a Wheelie. I managed to get this guy off ToysRUs.com for like 45 minutes that he was in stock, so I'm pretty lucky there. I don't know what it is about this jazz mold, but they could make it numerous times and I'd still probably buy it over and over and over. I don't know, every repaint has just been really good on this mold, and this one's not any different. It's very simple, but the line is pretty sharp. There's a couple little spots where there's a little bit of extra paint, but for the most part it's a very sharp paint job on there, and it looks really good. It might be hard to see on the camera here. It's in the viewfinder, it's kind of looking red, but he's actually a two-tone orange, where he's got the molded plastic orange, and then he's got this darker orange paint line that goes all the way around the car, which is really nice. And the only thing that's missing is that he doesn't have any paint apps on the wheels, so I might have to go back and do something about that. I haven't decided. I kind of think a gold might look like a good rim color for this particular guy. We'll see. Let's just take a look here. He still has the speakers here, which can still be deployed in vehicle mode, just like Jazz, if you really want them. But it really makes no sense why Wheelie has the speakers. He doesn't have the gun, he has his little slingshot, and let's just take that off so we can look at it real quick. It's got the peg on it, which makes it look a little weird, but slingshot nonetheless. Pretty cool. His card art actually shows him, the actual artwork for the card shows him holding a gun. That would have come with Jazz, but he doesn't have the gun. Let's just bring out some of the different repaints here, because I think I've got them all except for the G2 Jazz at this point. I do have a regular Jazz, but I don't feel like he's all that important to bring out. So here's all of the various repaints of them. And let's bring the light out of there because it's washing them out. And they just all look different. Even though they're the same car, they just turn out so nice. And I really like how that looks. And you know, Wheelie doesn't disappoint in that regard. If you really like the redecos of this mold, then Wheelie's one you can't really miss. Now, for comparison purposes, here he is next to the G1 Wheelie. And you can really see just how close the two-tone oranges really are together. They did a really good job matching them up. And I like how this stripe here is almost the same color as this, like, I think it's supposed to be the cockpit on Wheelie, this whole thing, and not just a little flip-up flap. This is the only thing that's a different color, which is pretty close to the wheels actually. It's not too far off. If you are really looking though for a Wheelie that's going to fit into your G1 collection, I unfortunately don't have the Legends Wheelie. I have the repaint of Legends Wheelie. This guy will definitely fit your G1 or your updated G1's collection better than this guy, but this is just an awesome version of Wheelie. Yeah. So let's get on to the actual transformation of this guy here. And we'll lift him up, and it's just your standard fare Jazz. I always start by opening these doors here and taking out his slingshot, of course. Then I just drop his hands down, and then I take this apart like so. Flip it all the way around. Flip his feet. Separate them first, I suppose, helps. Flip them, then rotate this whole leg assembly back. I always make sure the spoiler's all the way up so I get the maximum range of motion. There we go. Clean that up, and then we just kind of position his legs appropriately. And his feet. There we go there. So we should have a standing Wheelie. And let's bring the camera up. Then just take his arms, split them, which splits that gap in his chest. And then rotate his body on down so the head comes up. Beautiful wheelie face there. It's all painted, so there's no light piping this time, which I'm okay with. I actually like how you can see the blue of his optics at all times. That's pretty good. So now we just clean everything up here. And there we go, we've got Wheelie. And yes, he is a bulky Wheelie, but he looks pretty darn good. So we'll just take his little slingshot here, and we'll give it to him. His hand just pegs right on in. Now this is the one thing I was kind of thinking about, is they had to, the slingshot came from somewhere else. Obviously it didn't, you know, wasn't molded with this particular mold. There's no blue anywhere on there. I kind of would have liked to have seen them also do some missiles or something that could flip out here. Well, Wheelie didn't show them. Wheelie didn't show any speakers either. So the putting in that extra stuff would have been nice. Now the only thing about his slingshot here is that I have trouble putting it into, you know, any type of way that makes it look convincing that he's actually pulling it back or anything like that, because he can't really reach across his chest, but he has the slingshot, and that's what's most important. I guess you could always just kind of, you know, angle him in such a way that it's like this, and, you know, try to get his arms in some reasonable semblance of pulling back some kind of string. I guess that works. But let's bring out some of the other guys here for comparisons. I guess we'll start with the original Wheelie, and we'll bring this down here. And here's the original Wheelie, who is a horrible, horrible little hunchback of a toy. So definitely a drastic improvement. And we'll bring out, this is the Legends one. Personally, if you want one to be crawling all over Grimlock and stuff, if you want to use your masterpiece Grimlock, that's the one to get, the original Wheelie, but I don't have them, like I said, so whatever. We'll bring out the mold originator here. Just, you know, they're same toy, and just the way the colors sit just looks so different. I can't say that enough times, I guess. Probably tired of hearing me say that. Here's Treadshot, the BotCon exclusive. And, you know, frankly, when Hasbro, or if Hasbro releases this again in dead end colors using this exact, you know, mold, I don't know about the head. I forget what Dead End's head looks like, but, you know, if he was used with this mold and this paint scheme with the yellow and that brown, I would get it. Heck, they could make a classic style knockout with a bright red and silvers and stuff, and I would buy this mold again for it. And finally, I think my personal favorite redeco, Wheelie's nice, but this guy is still, I think, the king of the redeco jazz. Jackpot, or Kickoff, I'm sorry, Kickoff. Jackpot's the exclusive coming, whatever, next year. So, yeah, overall, I really like it. I really think that this is a great redo of Wheelie. If you don't have a Wheelie in your collection, this one doesn't hurt at all. The head looks awesome, very much like the IDW artwork. And he's got a slingshot. Who doesn't love the slingshot? So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.